Hi everyone, welcome. In today's video, I wanted to share with you some ATC cards, as well as how to make an ATC card holder that you can store some ATCs in or give as a little pretty gift, either empty or with some ATCs in there. So you've probably seen some of these ATCs that I originally made, and these are for Lottie. So I made these 4, and I have another 4 that I want to share with you. So I've made a total of 8. So I have this one, and these are all on back of plain ATC cards that I got at Hobby Lobby. So they're all like this. So they're already pre-cut, pre-measured. And for this one, I know that Janet Kay had said that she likes cats. So I glued on top of here a book page that I had with gesso, and then I think I used watercolor pencils on this. I wanted to try that out, so this is all done with watercolor pencils, and then I just used a brush marker to put in the eyes and the whiskers and the mouth and the nose. So this is just plain and simple, but it is with watercolor pencils. I just wanted to try that out. And then the next one I did is my take on vintage. So what I did is, this is embossed vellum paper, or embossed vellum. And then what I did is I took one of my, I can't remember what color it was. It wasn't this one, but it's one of these little Stampabilities ink pads. And what I did is I just tapped on it and brushed it a little bit, and that's how I got that impression, that embossed impression. And then this is a die cut, a doily die cut, a little butterfly ephemera, another three-dimensional, I guess, or dimensional thicker butterfly here. I drew in the antenna. And this, I thought she was a cute little vintage type girl, maybe from the 50s or so. And this was from a box of cookies. I think it said Goody Girl or something like that. So I thought that was cute. So that's this card here. And again, on my back, Janet Kay had asked just to put our name, and if we have a YouTube channel, just to put our YouTube channel. So that's that one. And then I decided to do another Zentangle inspired card. And this is with color pencils and some gel pens. And I'm not sure if you can see here, but there is a little bit, some of those gel pens are metallic. So I did that. And this particular Zentangle is called, I don't know if it's pronounced Rosetta, but that is what this tangle is called. And then I decided to put a cute little ladybug on there. And then the last one is this one here. And for this one, I just glued on the back of the ATC card part of this cardstock. It's a lighter, lightweight cardstock. And then I did use this one, the brown ink pad, along with this little stamp. I've had these stamps for years, and I've hardly ever, they're still pretty much brand new, and some are still, the foam pieces are still stuck together. And I thought that this would be nice to stamp as part of the background, as if all these butterflies were flying away. And then I used one of my die sets to cut out these 2 butterflies. And these are actually some scrap pieces of watercolor paper that I had. And then I used some acrylic markers, I think my gold and my red metallic acrylic markers on top there. And then what I did is I took a watercolor brush, paintbrush, and I just watered it down to smooth it out. And so that's what this looks like. And then I took a brush pen, this graphic marker brush pen, and I went around the edges and defined the body of the butterfly. So I really like this one. It reminds me of when the monarch butterflies all gather in a group, I suppose. I imagine that would be so beautiful to see. So that's what this inspiration was. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you how I made this ATC card holder. And I made this probably about 10 plus years ago. As I mentioned in my other video, is when I participated in a Yahoo group. And these are all my ATC cards. I never mailed them out, but I just wanted to keep them in here. So there's 8 pockets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I have this tool. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I made it. Now you can use double-sided paper. I'm going to use double-sided paper for this particular one. If you don't have double-sided paper, you might want the pretty side to be on the outside. So this is a 12 by 12. Actually, it's a little bit longer. This is a paper pad I got at Walmart. And one of the edges has this, but it's not perforated. So I decided to leave it in. And this, to make it 12 by 12, it's just a little tiny sliver, so I just decided to leave it in. So I cut this in half, and then what I did is, let's see, I just measured here, what was that, 2 inches, I think? So here from the bottom that you want to fold in is 2 inches. And so what I did is I just took this to my scoring tool, and I used that to score it down. But way back when I made this one, I didn't have a scoring tool. So what I probably did is just measure, 2 inches along the way, and then I probably would have just folded it, that way. So if you don't have a scoring tool, don't worry about that. You can always do it like, manually. And then I just folded it this way, and then I measured, let's see, this particular one. Well, probably what I did then is, and we'll go ahead and we'll do this piece, but you just go ahead and fold it in half and then fold it in and fold it in. So let's go ahead and make this one. So I'm going to go ahead and take this to my scoring tool and score the 2 inches. And if you have directional paper, you just want to pay attention on the back side how it would look. So I do want these butterflies to be facing up this way. So I'm going to score 2 inches from the bottom here. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to be using the We Are Memory Keepers all-in-one works. It's called the Works. I'm just going to get rid of these here. And so I want to score this from the 2 inches so that this folds in, and then this will be facing up. So I'm just going to go ahead and place this here. And actually, I'm going to flip it over because I want the score to come this way. So I have this flush here. And I'm going to come here at the 2 inch mark. Come down. And so now I have that score line. So let me just go ahead and pause this and get rid of the tool. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and fold this up this way. Just going to go ahead and crease that. So this is what it's looking like. All right, and so now we want to go ahead and do the folds. So we're going to go ahead and fold it back to back. You could probably measure it if you want to and use your scoring tool. I'm just going to do it this way. So right here. Pull that in, and then, so we have this right now, and now we're going to fold inside to inside. So just like that. Okay. So I'm going to bring this one over. Press that down. And then we're going to bring this one here to the center. So now this is what we have. So you could just do 4 if you want to, but I am going to do the 12. So these 2 pieces here are actually going to get glued together. So what I'm going to do first, I'm using my Fabri-Tac. Use whatever glue, strong glue that you might have. And I'm just going to put just a little, just here. I'm not gluing these other sections. Those will remain open, so it's just here. And then I'm going to bring that up. So it's just here at this side and here at this side. And then I'm going to do the same here. So just here at the very edges. When I made that original one, I imagine that I probably just used regular white glue. All right, going to press down there. And now I'm just going to go ahead and bring these 2 sides together. So I guess you can look at it and determine, you know, which ones, but if you want this one, they're pretty much the same. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these 2 together. Whoops, these 2 here. So I am putting this on all 4 sides as well as in the middle. Bring that together. And again here, I probably used maybe double-sided sticky tape, or again, maybe just regular white glue, but it's withstood all this test of time. So whatever I used was good. And I still have that original tool from 17 or 18 years ago. So say, cut a piece. I didn't really measure it. I just kind of put it across the 12, you know, the paper. So we'll see how it goes. And you can use ribbon. There was ribbon that I was originally going to use, and then I changed my mind. I was going to use this ribbon, but I changed my mind. So whatever you have on hand, you just go ahead and use. So let's take a look here. Oh yeah, that's plenty of tulle, actually. Move it. Just going to cut it down. And I wanted to see and make sure that the Fabri-Tac wasn't going to be sticky if I used it. And I just tested it out on this piece of paper, and it's not tacky at all. So that's why I'm going to be using the Fabri-Tac. Oh, let's take a look. I think I probably have to glue these sides down too. Yep. So that might be best, because as you can see the spine here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue down all these sides. Like I said, it's been years that I've made this, so I'm using the original as a sample. Gonna put some glue there, some glue here. Bring these together. And that'll make it easier to put our tulle on, or ribbon, or whatever it is that you might be using. And you can see it's really simple to make. I think I'll just go ahead and start. Quite some goopy. Let me start with this side. I don't know if I want to double it up here. Use whatever glue works best for you. So I'm going to go ahead and let this dry just for a moment, so I will be back. All right, here we go. So it's dry, and this is what it looks like here on the inside. And then just go ahead and tie it up like this. So I'm going to go ahead and put the cards in. Let's see. Fit. So this was the last one I made. And see, by not gluing this down here, you have that space, so you can lift it up a little bit. Actually, I'm going to put this one this way. And this one. That one. That goes really pretty actually with the colors, and so does this one. So there they all are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just going to go ahead and tie this. And there it is. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you like the cards. And if you give it a try, definitely go ahead and let me know. But I think it's really cute. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. See you in the next one. Bye.